Good afternoon. Welcome to Munley's World of Weather. You clicked on to the long-range weather forecast discussion for November 4th to the 18th. For November 4th to the 8th, this is what we're forecasting. We still have our trough here in the west, very deep trough, and a strong ridge here over the southeast with above normal heights in the east. Now, most of the activity during this period will be occurring in the central states, and we're going to look right here. We start right here at the 4th, and we go to the 5th. We see we had a lot of heavy rain and storms occurring in this area, and this will occur as we have energy aloft and a frontal boundary that would interact with a deep moisture around the flow around this ridge here in the southeast. This will bring some heavier rain. Then we have other energy here in the four corners here that will gradually move eastward, and this will bring additional heavy rainfall to the plains later on in the week. Then we'll have higher elevation rain and snow in the northwest, as you see right here, and this would be from additional energy coming off the Pacific. And during this forecast, we expect very warm conditions here in the east and below normal temperatures in the west. We're going to look now at the period for November 9th to the 13th. The pattern doesn't change that very much. Still have a trough here in the west, ridging here over the southeast at above normal heights. So for this forecast period, I'm calling for, come on, it never changes. Calling for above normal temperatures for this region here, with anomalies of 4 to 6 or even 8 degrees above normal in this area here in the plains. And for precipitation, calling for above normal precipitation here. Probability of occurrence is 35%. Below normal precipitation here, with the probability of occurrence near 40%. Looking ahead, this will be for November 14th to the 18th. And most of the models are showing flattening of the flow. You can see here with above normal heights, but you look at the GFS, has a split flow in the west. Here's the northern jet. There's some very cold air here building. I think eventually it'll be breaking loose. Where it goes, nobody knows, so we have to just wait and see. But the flow is steadfast here across southern Canada. And here's our split flow, and here's our southern jet, and it'll remain warm here in parts of the east. So we're going to look at the AI, and we go to the AI, and you can see that the trough here is more in the plains region, zone of flow here, and then here's our trough right here. Just follow this line, which I'm doing right now. So that's the trough. So for this forecast period, calling for little change in temperature anomalies from the previous period, and for rainfall, calling for above normal precipitation here. Probability of occurrence is up to 35 or 40%. Below normal precipitation continues here, and for this region, and the probability of occurrence is near 40%. Taking a look at the tropics. Now, the system that we've been watching and expected to develop might be finally developing as we get to later on in the week. We'll take a look at the models. This is the GFS, the American model, and you see we have a system here near Cuba, and then moves into the Gulf. And then we look at the European. A lot of rain down here, you can see across this area here. And then that develops near Hispaniola, and kind of further to the south than the previous models, but they all bring it up into the Gulf of Mexico. So we have to wait and see how that could be. Eventually, I hope that could bring some of the moisture northward in areas that need the rainfall. So we're going to take a look at the current drought monitor. The current drought. And you can see right now it's close to 50% of the lower 48 is experiencing drought. And it's kind of worse in some areas, especially parts of Southeast, parts of the Appalachians, the Southern Plains, and the Northern Rockies. And we're in pretty good shape here due to the recent storms and hurricanes that we had down here. Okay, that's it for now. That's the long-range weather forecast discussion for November 4th to the 18th. Thanks for coming to Jim Munley's World of Weather, and have a good day.